Hello, this is Jan Ragnerud from janragnerud.com, and in this presentation, I'm going to talk about the really bad news about Facebook advertising and how negative can I get. Well, it's pretty negative, but I can promise you it's going to get worse. So let's dig in here. You know, when we talk about negativity, we don't want to be like this guy, right? And that happens to be Mark Zuckerberg here because we're talking about Facebook, so I had to tie that in. The truth is, you need to ask yourself a question. And this question is, and I'm asking you right now, what is your personal belief in success or about success? Because this is going to be very essential to this presentation here today to learn how you can change the game for your Facebook advertising. So let's dig into some data, shall we? This is from Psychology Today, and research shows that humans consume 70% of their time thinking negatively, and that's daily. Imagine that. 25 to 50,000 daily thoughts, of which most are negative. It's a serious issue, and if you think about it, when you wake up in the morning, when you go to bed at night, during the day, I mean, some of them are obviously not conscious, but this research speaks volumes to this kind of like underlying depression. I mean, I'm as I said, I started kind of negatively, and we're getting worse now. We're talking about depression. I never thought I would talk about depression and Facebook advertising in the same sentence, but I just did. However, there's a lot going on up here in the most powerful computer in the world, on the planet, in the universe, as far as we know, the human brain, right? So, sort of tying this question a little bit further here, believe in yourself much lately? No, I didn't think so. So, we're really gone deep here. We've gone low to the low to the lowest of the low, and that's the bad news. But see, there's a flip side, the yin and the yang, you know about it. The good news is you can change your thinking, and the rule is you must change your thinking. See, Mahatma Gandhi, he said, your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values, and your values become your destiny. Profound and seriously applicable to everything we're talking about here today, although I think Mr. Gandhi never thought, hey, this is going to end up in a Facebook presentation somewhere, because we're talking about advertising. Still though, I went there. Change your thinking. Let's talk about it. Although feelings are not controlled directly, thinking is, right? You can make this change. So beliefs into thoughts and thinking, to action, into results. You've heard this before, or if you haven't, it's pretty profound right here. You might want to stop and think about this. Sort of your initial beliefs, your circumstances, your background, all your experience, all your worldly sort of accumulations of knowledge that turns into thoughts and your thinking, and through a process can turn into action and hence results, because any action will have a reaction, right? And if we're in this mode of changing our thinking, which we are, and we want to move towards results, well, it's profound. And Tony Robbins says, change your state. There's that simplicity in that in those three words. I believe that as well. But you know what? You need to take this a step further. You need to constantly be reminding yourself to change your thinking. Now, I have to say this. What does this really have to do with Facebook ads? I mean, is this some kind of a clickbait to talk about some weird woo-woo, airy-fairy psychology stuff, of which I'm not a professional, by the way? Or where are you going with this, Jan? Well, I am going places with this, because based on what you've learned so far in this presentation, it's likely you don't believe in positive outcomes. I mean, look at the data. It's not very positive. So why bother advertising, right? You're going to be negatively getting into this from the onset. Most will, because you think, nah, it's gonna not work. You're going to think, well, it's going to cost me too much money, and definitely it will waste my time. Time is something we don't get back, right? Highly valued. And hey, how can I justify even $10 a day? I hear a lot about this, $5, $10 a day, and no results. That's what you're thinking, right? All of these are negative. They really have nothing to do with a positive outcome. And of course, this one here, you start looking at the grass is greener, right? Everybody else seems to have success, but no, not me. So here's the solution. It is extremely simple and very powerful because it works in every case. Because you ruin your success, right? So stop it. That's how simple that is. Just stop it. And how many times have you heard this? You got to catch yourself, however. This is going to be your mantra going forward for your Facebook advertising, and really, let's get broad here, in life. Just whatever that negative thinking is, just stop it. So, as we talk about Facebook advertising, learn the strategies. Dig in, set a budget, focus, right? Learn from it and allow it to fully become an investment into your own destiny. So it's not a cost or an expense, it's an investment. This is your learning, this is your destiny, this is your future. And yes, I'm talking to you as an individual, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, as a coach, as a professional, in really any business setting. You must take this to heart. So spend less time whining and start winning. And I tell my kids all the time, whiners are losers. It's such a simple phrase there, but it's true. Whiners are loser, and here's what you can do. You choose. Which one are you? Which do you want to be? Well, we don't think it's going to be the loser side, right? It's going to be the winning side, and you don't want to whine. If I charge you $5 or $1 or 50 cents for every time you whine, what was that? 25 to 50,000 thoughts daily. I'd be rich, compounding interest. My God, we're off and running. I'm not going to do that because you can change this game yourself. So here's the action item for you for your Facebook advertising to completely change it from bad news to good news. And that is pick a budget, as I said, and here I'm pulling out $500, but maybe it's more or less for you, but this is a good baseline. And spend $500 this month and get serious about advertising on Facebook. And write down the things that worked and the things that didn't and learn from that. Start comparing notes. Join a Facebook group. Start asking questions. This is a very exciting time to not only get advertising working for you and your business, but to be alive. Think about all the opportunities, right? So stop the whining and start getting into action. And this has been Jan Rognerud from JONROGNERUD.com, janrognerud.com. You can go there, that's my website, and you're listening to this presentation here online today through a video or on my podcast at iTunes. I'd like you to share it if you like this. Share it with your friends, your network, your associates. And you know what? Let's do this together. Let's get inspired and let's take action here today. Start with Facebook advertising and switch things around. This is Jan Rognerud, and I'm out. And have a great day, evening, or night. See ya.